I'd like to bring to order the meeting of the Chualar Elementary School District Board of Trustees. It is May 16th. Take roll call, please. Yvette Flores. She is not arrived yet, so I'm substituting for her until she arrives. Joel Avila.
Present.
Joanne Sullivan, that's myself, present. Alberto Contreras.
Present.
Esperanza Rangel is absent, correct? Is she excused for this evening?
She's absent.
She's absent, okay. We have a quorum. At this time, I'd like to have everyone stand and we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This time on number 1.4, the adoption of the agenda. I would like to move to adopt the agenda as published with some minor amendments. If you refer to the first page, at the 8 p.m. slot, after 5.3, we are going to add 5.4, 5.6. Please note that 5.5 is actually covered up under 7:30 time frame, up above. I would like to have a motion to approve the agenda with the amendments that I just reported. Which one? Oh, excuse me, we have one more set of amendments. We'd also like to move 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, and 5.5. 5.6, 7.1, 7.2, and 7.3. And they're all going to be moved after item 2.1. Can I get a second to this motion?
Second.
Roberto Perez has seconded. All those in favor? Aye. Motion is approved. At this time, is there any correspondence that's been sent to the board? There is no correspondence. Okay, now we're going to move to the items just moved. And we're going to start with number 7.1. Mr. Rios.
Excuse me, John. Thank you, John. Just want to say give some quick updates here to the board. We're very proud at Chualar Elementary School District to have the privilege again to have had our migrant students. I see Tammy is in front row, our coach, and Mrs. Valverde, family advocate for our migrant students. I'm just here to inform you that back in March 16, our students 6th through 8th grade participated in the speech and debate county-wide tournament that took place over in the Salinas High School grounds. And to make a long story short, I would meet with Valverde and we would often speak about our students, what it would take for them to get ready for the second round time. So we were able to support them with our teachers and making sure that they had all the support so that when they went to this tournament, they would give their very best effort. And we were very proud to come to understand that they placed first place in the county Spanish tournament speech and debate. And so this is the second straight year in a row that we do that. So with that, we would like to acknowledge them over. So I'd like to come up and help me acknowledge our students. So we have
So this was a 4-member team instead of 5 students. So we had the privilege of working with 4 fabulous 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students from Chualar. This is the 2nd year that they've placed in first place. So they went to Ventura and represented Region 16 at the state level tournament, where they placed in 4th place. So we have David Nettie. Fatima Avelar. Noé Cortés Ceja. And we have a 4th member who's not here today, but her name is Natalia Bustos. We have a special recognition for our coach, Tami Mena. She did an amazing job. She usually works for the County Office of Education out of Soledad and Santa Rita school districts, but she would take the time to come and practice with our students here in Chualar. We would practice on Saturdays and on minimum days on Thursdays. So, Tami Mena, please. And I would like for her to share a little bit more of the competition and what it takes to prepare these fabulous students from Chualar.
Good evening, and what a privilege it is to work with your students from Chualar Elementary School for the 2nd time. I wish every student had the opportunity to participate in speech and debate. It is such a powerful experience. And once again, I want to say what an honor it is to work with students who work so hard. For those of us who sleep in on Saturdays, if that's what you choose to do, these students have not done that since January. Every Saturday, with maybe 2 exceptions. They woke up and they spent the first 4 to 5 hours of their Saturday working on debate. They debated a topic which was called Technology Enhances Classroom Learning. They had to know how to argue the pro side and the con side. And again, I think this is such a strength in a time which we are so divided with opinions. To learn how to give your opinion in a manner that is intelligent, that is supported by research, without getting emotionally involved, is a skill that many of us need to learn. And they did it well. They did it well. They did it so well, they placed first place in the county again. And that is amazing. And we went to state. They hit it hard. You would have been so proud of them. And it's just an honor to stand here again with you. We look forward to next year. We're gearing up. We have one of our students, Fatima, who took first place in countywide and state last year, as well as David did the same. Fatima is going on to high school, and her intention is to participate in high school as well. So just very, very proud of them. And again, what a privilege it is to work with Chualar. Thank you.
Thank you, Tammy.
Now we'd like to introduce a Special Projects Associate from AMBAG Energy, the Energy Watch Champion Award that's going to Chualar, and this will be an explanation from Mr. Amaury Berteaud.
Just some background on AMBAG and our work with AMBAG in recent months here at the school site. They've been very helpful in assisting our school district with the school-wide assessment to help us determine areas of need that need an upgrade, specifically with our lighting and our HVAC systems. Once that assessment was done and we had those results, then the plan of action was was developed were very detailed savings calculations. At that point, AMBAG came back to the board, gave the board a brief presentation on those savings, and then we move forward with the upgrade. So with that, Amaury?
Is this presentation on the last slide?
Yeah, sure. You can play.
So, good evening, everyone. My name is Amaury. I work with the AMBAG Energy Launch, and so I just want to talk to you a little bit about what Proposition 39 is. In 2012, there was a voter proposition that was passed where money was allocated to every school in the state to do projects relating to renewable energy and energy efficiency. And not every school decided to use that money, but we're very lucky that Chualar did. And so what we've done is that we worked with your school in order to create a plan of how to spend this money to make essentially the learning environment for students that much better. And so the school was allocated $273,000 about, and out of that, about 45% was spent on these new LED lighting, both interior and exterior, and then the rest of it will be spent for replacing all the furnaces in the classroom with new furnaces and new smart thermostat. And that will mean that the learning environment, as much as it is better now with the lighting, will be even better. And so now I'll just be going pretty slowly with some slides of the before and after picture. So this is the exterior lighting. And what's good about that is that the level of light at the school at night is now better because the LEDs are brighter than the original light. So there's an added safety component as well to this program on top of saving that much more money on your electricity bill. Now, the next few pictures are of the classrooms, and they show the improvement from the before picture to the after picture, where the LEDs are brighter, and they are also new fixtures. And so that means a refreshed environment for the students, where the lighting level is usually more conducive to learning, because it's brighter, and the color makes it easier to focus on assignments. Now this is a picture of the old gym lighting. And a picture of the new gym lighting. And as you can see, it's quite a difference. And same thing when you're doing exercise and you're playing a sport, it's so important to have those bright lights so that everyone can see what's happening while watching games. And there's really quite an improvement there. Of course, the boardroom where we are now, where, as you can see, if you look up, all the lights were replaced from what they used to be to now. And so overall, through the lighting replacement project, the school is saving about $13,000 a year in energy cost, which is quite impressive. But it's not as impressive, I think, as some of the testimonies that you will see on here, where we have teachers that are saying that, my favorite personally is at the bottom, I came back and it was daylight in here. It was like walking into daylight. And so where we see this learning environment that's really been improved by these new lights. And then we were also able to work with the special education teacher to make sure that all the needs of all the students were met, to really make sure that everyone's learning environment was improved. Now, if you have any questions, and I apologize, I have brought an award to present you with, but unfortunately, I had a loading mishap while unloading it from the car, and the frame broke, so I'll be driving it over to Mr. Rios, so I apologize. But if you have any questions, either about the lighting project that's been complete, or about the furnaces that are going to be replaced, I'd be happy to answer them. It's been really a pleasure working with you guys.
the furnaces? Tell us about those.
So the furnaces are going to be going into all the different classrooms that are in the different wings. So that's both the classrooms that have the wooden closets and the metal enclosures. And then we're also replacing one of the furnaces in this building and the ones in the other building where the library is. And that is currently going out to bid. And so pretty soon a contractor will be chosen, at which point we're hoping that over the summer all of those will be replaced, and so hopefully by the start of the new school year, you will have in the classroom new furnaces.
Amaury, just want to say that once you guys were done with the installs, we had an overwhelming reaction by our teachers, our students, and especially at night, as we're going home, something with the installs, that was very visible, very noticeable that we can actually walk to our cars with fully light pathways, and have to mention our quads when we have sunset. So yeah, that worked very well. And then also our gym, the whole lighting system that we have there, the watts was just amazing how much usage was on versus now with the LED lighting in there. That was a cool picture that you guys were. That was a tough job. For me, there are some those guys in those 20 ladders.
Yeah, they have a tough job, especially for those. But the gym lighting is impressive because you get that wow factor. But those lights are also about 80%. They're using about 20% of the energy that they used to. So you get this lighting improvement. That's great, but also you save so much energy and so much money, which is really great.
All right, Amaury, well, thanks for that presentation, and we're looking forward to receiving that award.
Of course, thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome.
Our next presenter will be Ms. Rosa Perez. She is from Caldwell, Flores Winters Incorporated, and we'll be discussing financing Better Schools for California Students grant and the kindergarten facilities.
Thank you. Well, it's all good news about facilities, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's funding. Hello, everybody. Muy buenas tardes, muy buenas noches. Mi clima helado, And my firm works with getting financing, funding for school facilities. And for everybody in the audience, it's really in a way criminal that there isn't funding provided for our communities so that the school buildings are better taken care of. And poor districts never really have the money to replace and repair that richer, wealthier school districts do because of their tax base. So this is a district that's really had to do a lot with very little. You've invested in your repairs, you've done what you look at the school, you can see the love and the care to try to keep things together, and you do apply for things like energy, and I'm telling you, things like lighting are so important to everything from health to even things like depression. Darkness is not good for learning for children. It's also a safety matter. I do work in facilities, and I walked your school classrooms, and I'm really so happy to hear the furnaces are being replaced, because you feel the lack of quality, and I think it affects health. So I'm so glad to hear about that. But I'm here to talk about something else, which is another opportunity, and I'm very excited about, which has come from the state. The state of California had a little extra money for school facilities this year, and set aside $100 million for full-day kindergarten classrooms. Now, when kindergarten started many years ago, it was always half-day. Kids went in the morning or they went in the afternoon. Nowadays, they spend more time. And more districts like Chualar have full-day kindergarten classes. But the problem is little 5-year-old kids that have a lot of energy and they need a lot of space. And yet we put them into classrooms that are the same size as all the other kids. And so the state said, no, that's not right. They changed the regulations for full-day kindergarten classes, so instead of 960 square feet, which is a typical class size, they're saying into the future, if you have a full-day kindergarten program, the class has to be 1,350 square feet. That's a much larger class. It has to have bathrooms in it. If you haven't been in the kindergarten classrooms here, you will see this. There's a bathroom. In between the two little classes, you have one toilet, right? With a door on either side. It meets the state requirements, but we really want more. We want each of those classes to have maybe a couple of bathrooms for each child. The state says more bathrooms. The state also said that kindergarten teachers, because of the amount of things they have for activities for kids, need dedicated workrooms, spaces for storage and for getting their projects together. So they want those in classrooms. And then they said kindergarten children need their own playground with certain safe equipment and playground areas. And so they've set aside money for this. The money is not, of course, $100 million in the state of California doesn't go that far. So there's a competition for this money. Well, I came here a few years ago, and I was very impressed with the tour I got from the superintendent. And one of the things that always stayed with me, I have 4 children. And as a mother, I noticed these things. I said, one of these days we've got to replace those kindergarten classrooms. And because I saw that they're small, So anyway, in looking into this, we found this year, Chualar, because of the high free and reduced lunch number of children that you have, there are 2 criteria in terms of financing. High free and reduced lunch, and that you're in a hardship. Now, if this isn't a district in hardship, I don't know what is. You just don't have the funding in this community to be able to replace your classes like that. And of course, you don't have kindergarten classes that meet those criteria, the 1,350. So you are one of those in those eligible areas to apply. The very good news is if you meet those 2 criteria, which Chualar does, you will get 100% funding. 100% funding, which is amazing. And 100% funding, let me give you an idea. You have 2 kindergarten classes. You have 2 kindergarten classes here. The grant is $12,197 per child. If you have 40 kids, let's say 20 in each class, the minimum grant is $487,880. Plus, there's a site development because you have to get the land ready. That's another $170,000. Then you have to have money for sprinklers, fire alarms. That's another $11,000. That's $669,000. That's the 50%. But you don't need a match, so you'll get twice as much. So for your 2 kindergarten classes, we're looking at over $1.3 million. Isn't that an oh my goodness? Yeah! Where can we put these? We've already, been talking to your superintendent, looking at the locations. We can put in 2, you'll have enough money for 2 beautiful new classes for your kindergarten kids, new playgrounds, the storage for the teachers, and inside they're all going to have new furniture, equipment, TV monitors. The kids are going to have computers if we want, whatever. I mean, it's going to be these 21st century fancy kindergarten classes. Fabulous. It's so exciting. And you'll have additional money left over, quite frankly, which the state allows you to do what you want to do. You can refurbish the existing classes if you want, convert them into something, or do whatever. But it is that simple. Now, next year, there's going to be the governor has put in another $650 million in the budget to do even more in kindergarten classrooms, and there will be additional money for preschools, because a lot of districts run preschools, and we need decent preschool classrooms for our preschool children and facilities for them. And we'll be applying for that. Now, my company, Caldwell, Flores, does this work. We do the applications, and we have to write descriptions of need. We have to do all these calculations, and because there's so much demand, we also lobby in Sacramento on behalf of our districts. And so on your agenda tonight are 2 items. One is our contract to work with us, and I've explained this to Mr. Rios. We've gone over this. We charge you nothing up front, nothing. Our fee is 2% once you get it checked. And there's a lot between now and then, there's a lot of work that we have to do. This is the month to apply. It's the month of May. and that's all there is to it. But we will be doing the work to apply, and that is our contract with you. And we've also, what we're doing in our contract, so you know, is not only asking for the kindergarten program, but as part of our work, we've also already come and identified that you have about $2 million of eligibility for modernization, additional money to modernize the school. The state doesn't have the money right now, but in 2020, when there will be a new state bond on the ballot, we expect it to pass. There will be a large turnout for that presidential election. They're heavily Democratic, so we expect the state bond to pass. You will then be eligible and be able to get that $2 million. So that's something else we're going to work on behalf of the district. And you know, one of our hopes is that if need be, we're going to continue to study the conditions of the school. Your children deserve quality facilities throughout, you know, and more money invested from the state. And if we have to, we'll find a way to replace. So down the road, it may take us 4 or 5 years, but I'd really like, my goal is to find the money to replace the school and build a whole new school. Because I really think that's what's needed here, is a whole new school that's more modern, that has the equipment, that has everything, the environment that these children deserve. This is a community with lots of children. And it really will help to have a different environment here. So, and that's not a crazy dream. It's extremely possible with the kind of funding that's available in the state and you know, the kind of community that you have. So I'm happy to bring this good news too. I'll be very much happier when we all can come and say, we got it. And do you have any questions at this point?
No. You know, we've been working at our school, Rosa, for quite some time now. Just not too long ago, I walked the premises with Greg, and obviously one of the criteria was that we want to make sure that we completed all those items in the application process, and so we did that. We're happy to entertain any future walks that will consider Chualar School District for the $200 million budget for creating a new school. So we're definitely want to do ourselves in line for that. So at this point, Mrs. Perez, we would like to move forward and look at the contract for approval. So I'll be asking the board to turn to page 6.
So we're at item 5.6. The motion is to approve the contract for professional consulting services for the submittal of the district's application to the Office of Public School Construction, OPSC, Full Day Kindergarten Facilities Grant Program, FDK-GP. Our recommendation is that the Chualar Board of Trustees approve the contract for the proposed professional consulting services as described by Ms. Perez. Do I have a motion?
Yeah, motion.
Alberto has made the motion. Do I have a second? You have a question?
I abstain.
You're abstaining?
Yes.
Okay. And before we take action, does the public have any comments or questions about the kindergartens? Yes, ma'am.
I'm employed here at Chualar, and I see the need for that, for the kinder, you know, and for the rest of the classroom. I really appreciate you coming to Chualar, because a lot of people don't know Chualar. They pass Chualar and they don't know what Chualar is. And I'm sure, you know, by starting this off with the kinders and then improving the whole school, that's what I would like to see. I'm close to retirement, and Luz, Amaury, and myself, you know, want to see these improvements happen. And you, by coming here, you're going to make, I think, all the teachers, all the employees happy that we can have a better school for our students and the community. I'm sure, you know, the community also will be happy to have a new facility. I know we've been looking forward to a new facility, and by you coming and telling us this, you have made me day.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know, it's funny, it was just one of, it was just, I was telling Mr. Rios, I said, you know, I'm very religious. I said, yes, sabe lo que hace. You know, one day I was on my way to Gonzales and Greenfield and these other districts, so Salinas City. I work with all of those. I said, you know what, I've been to Chualar. I'm gonna go, and I came in, and this man was so busy. You know, he's running around all the time. He was in his office. And I just met him, and he was able to give me a tour of the whole school. From the time I saw the school, I said, no, we've got to get funding for the school. And it's not just, I've been doing this for years. I actually would like to bring an engineer out here to test the conditions of the school to see if we can get facilities hardship and get the whole school replaced. There is an eligibility for facilities hardship if the school does not have the kinds of conditions it needs to have. And safety is a funny thing, but it can be unsafe while even though the kids are learning in it. We might be able to qualify this for an entire replacement 100% by the state. That's what I really would like to do. But right now, this month, the kindergarten funding is available, so we're going for it. Thank you for your comments.
Yo tengo un comentario. Yo tengo un comentario porque yo estaba aquí como con unos 30 años y tuve la oportunidad de trabajar en el preescolar también de distrito. Recuerdo cuando quitaron el playground de kinder, que fue una tristeza, puesto que los niños de kinder no tenían el área donde jugar, están yendo a la área de preescolar. Entonces para mí es muy valiosa esta oportunidad, porque es lo que hemos estado viviendo y esperando, un lugar para nuestros niños de kinder. Además, el preescolar, cuando yo empecé, era con el Estado, no teníamos recursos para ni materiales. Entonces, esta es una oportunidad que no hay que desaprovecharla, hay que aprovecharla porque no se presenta siempre. A mí me gustaría que los niños de kinder vuelvan a tener su área, los salones, sobre todo ahorita que estamos en la tecnología, que tenemos que empezar con ellos.
Sí.
Entonces es una recomendación para el board, no desaprovechen la oportunidad. Claro que a lo que escuché es un 2% de lo de la beca, ¿estoy equivocada? Sí, pero de todos modos la ganancia es para nosotros, puesto que es un servicio muy viejo. Y mi recomendación es que aprobemos.
Y el 2% viene de la beca, no de ustedes, no de los fondos.
Es lo mismo que cualquier agencia que mete la aplicación. Cuando se metió la del preescolar, yo fui una de las personas que estuve trabajando con el instructor, con el superintendente. Ya se sabe que de lo que trae, claro, por eso las agencias tienen que seguir adelante, ¿verdad? Pero hay que ver los beneficios que nos van a dejar. Gracias.
Gracias, señora.
¿Puedo decir otra?
¿Cómo no?
Como la señora Contreras, tenemos aquí varios años trabajando aquí. Entonces, como ella y otros más aquí del público, queremos ver eso. Entonces, yo le pido al señor Ávila que por favor reconsidere esto. Es para la comunidad, es para los niños de aquí de Chualar. Entonces, yo digo que por favor háganlo el sueño de los empleados aquí, de nosotros los maestros, que se haga realidad, porque sí hemos peleado varias veces. Tenemos también que sí iba a ser años atrás, pero no se hizo. Esto está viniendo de nuevo a la mesa. La escuela no paga nada. Entonces yo digo, por favor reconsideren, aprueben esto, porque yo pienso que es beneficio para todo Chualar.
Denme un poquito de tiempo para responder el comentario. Hoy yo no estoy aprobando o votando este programa o este plan porque no me gusta. Acabo de oír de esto y no entiendo mucho qué es. O sea, estoy entendiendo que hay un beneficio para mejorar la escuela, pero necesito saber de dónde vienen esos fondos, cuánto le va a costar a la comunidad pagar, porque casi nada viene gratis. Entonces, yo para mí, si hay un tiempo más, vamos a decir, privado y donde se me puede explicar más a fondo de qué es todo esto, yo con gusto, porque yo también tengo años viviendo aquí en Chualar, mis hijos estudiaron aquí también, entonces a mí también me gustaría mejorar el área en lo más que se pueda, pero no me gustaría ser tan acelerado, hacer decisiones así nada más porque están platicando de que viene el programa y eso es todo, luego aprobar sin antes entender de qué es de lo que se trata. Yo eso es todo lo que estoy pidiendo ahorita, que se me explique más, y si yo veo que es beneficio, yo doy mi voto. Ahorita, no.
¿Y se lo puedo explicar en español? ¿Está bien? ¿Me explico? Este dinero, señor, este dinero del Estado, quiere decir que es de todos nosotros en California que pagamos impuestos. Esto no se le va a cobrar únicamente a la comunidad de Chualar, ni se va a pedir más a los residentes del Estado por este programa. Este dinero es algo que ya se sacó de un bond, ¿cómo se llama?, que se pasó, quiero ver, estamos hace como 6 años, y sobró dinero, $100 millones. Está en el presupuesto del Estado de California, no del condado ni de Chualar. Decidió el Estado de repartir este dinero para clases, para desarrollar clases más grandes, el espacio más grande para kinder. Porque antes, cuando teníamos clases de kinder, los niños solamente venían mediodía, en la mañana o en la tarde. Ahora vienen todo el día, por lo menos 4 horas, ¿verdad? Y debido a eso, el Estado ha decidido que quieren ver las clases construidas más grandes para esos niños. Y están dando dinero, en competición, es competición, pero están dando dinero, repartiendo dinero para distritos que no tienen dinero ellos mismos para poner nuevas clases más grandes de kinder. Sería más del doble del tamaño que ustedes tienen ahorita, con más inodoros para los niños y para también tener el playground, el jardín para los niños, dedicado a los niños de kinder. Ustedes más o menos ganarán como $1.600.000 por este programa y ni un centavo se pagará de ustedes. Digamos, no vaya del presupuesto de ustedes. Es una aplicación nada más, no tienen que poner ni 5 centavos ustedes de aquí de Chualar. Lo califican porque tienen 2 cosas. Tienen bastantes niños, el porcentaje de niños que ustedes tienen que califican para almuerzos gratis, ¿verdad?, o a precios reducidos. Y por eso, porque tienen un porcentaje grande de esos niños y porque también es una escuela pobre, distrito pobre, y digamos en términos de los otros distritos de California, califican por el 100%. Otros solamente recibirán el 50% y tendrán que poner eso, pero ustedes no. Le urjo que considere esto porque solamente han dado el mes de mayo para aplicar. Si ustedes no aprueban esto hoy día en la noche, no podemos aplicar.
¿Cuándo, o sea, había habido alguna plática de esto, algún ofrecimiento de esto antes, vamos a decir, en el mes? O sea, que acaba de llegar a hoy, este día es cuando se está presentando.
Dice que este dinero en enero apareció este dinero. Los distritos que están listos, que están allá en Sacramento y saben lo que está pasando, políticamente aplicaron en enero. y algunos ya recibieron fondos. Como Greenfield recibió para 4 clases. ¿Okay? Ustedes no sabían, no hemos tenido mucha oportunidad de venir a hablar con ustedes, hemos estado explicando también al señor Rios y evaluando la situación para ver si se puede aplicar. Sabiendo que no tienen dinero, no queríamos venir aquí para decirles apliquen cuando tendrían que poner dinero. Ya que hemos evaluado todo, digamos, los documentos de ustedes, el presupuesto de ustedes, las calificaciones de los estudiantes, digamos, en términos de la economía de la comunidad, entonces ya sabemos que Chualar puede recibir el 100%, pero eso tomó tiempo porque de veras acaban de anunciaron este programa en enero, ahora estamos en mayo, entonces señor, pues si usted entiende del estado de California, esto, aquí todo mueve muy despacio y este programa que ha aparecido y termina en 5 meses es algo bastante, que se ha acelerado bastante. Y no hemos tenido mucho tiempo para hablarlo con los clientes.
Ok, déjenme hacerle una pregunta al público y ahorita hago mi voto.
Okay.
Está el público oyendo, tenemos más o menos buena audiencia y me imagino que están entendiendo. Yo ahorita estoy un tanto desconfiado por todas las cosas que han estado sucediendo en el pasado, las promesas que nos han hecho también en cuestión a los sistemas hidráulicos y todo eso, y que nos ha estado costando más dinero y el servicio nunca se ha compuesto, sigue igual, en el mismo problema, el mismo todo. Ahora, yo les dejo la responsabilidad de ustedes y yo doy mi voto. Quiero ver sus manos. ¿Cuántos están de acuerdo? Ok, entonces basado a eso, entonces sí doy mi voto para.
Entiendo la duda que usted siente y por eso le quería decir, también quiero que entienda que nosotros no vamos a recibir ni 50 tampoco si no reciben los fondos. No yo sé que hay muchos programas donde cobran adelante, pagan tal y tal dinero y después vamos a ver, no es así, no somos.
We have another, see, this lady was waiting already. Yes, ma'am.
Mi nombre es Ana Lelia Ponce. Quiero agradecerle al señor Ávila por haber aprobado y a todos los demás miembros, porque yo soy maestra de niños de preescolares y quiero decirles que es muy difícil agarrar becas para estos proyectos y qué bueno que la señora nos trajo esta beca, ¿verdad? Es una oportunidad para los niños de Chualar muy grande. Qué bueno que la aprobaron. Gracias, señor Ávila, por haber reflexionado. Yo respeto cualquier cosa que ustedes aprueben como mesa directiva, porque ustedes son los que tienen la última decisión, pero qué bueno que reflexionó y agarró estas becas, no dejarlas ir. Gracias.
Sí, buenas noches. Mi nombre es María Perez. Yo también soy residente de aquí. Mis hijos también estudiaron aquí. Y como comentó la señora Anabelia, yo también trabajé para el distrito de González en preescolar. Aquí crecieron mis hijos, aquí estuvieron en estos salones. Y es una muy buena oportunidad. Y lo felicito por haber cambiado su decisión a algo que realmente van a aprovechar nuestros niños. Yo estuve por muchos años de presidenta en una mesa y hay veces que se tienen que tomar decisiones rapidísimas para no dejar ir las oportunidades como esta. Entonces, felicidades, señor, y pues enhorabuena para Chualar.
Y yo para mí, esto es la importancia en que haya audiencia, porque muchas de las veces los 4 o 5 personas que están en el board pueden hacer una decisión que muchas de las veces sale afectando a la mayoría, y estamos para ayudar a la comunidad, no para estar nosotros nada más aquí, sino que en este caso para mí necesita el comité o la mesa directiva de estar un tanto de acuerdo con la comunidad. Entonces yo por eso acepto, hago el voto basado a la decisión de ustedes también. Si algo sale mal, nos salió mal a todos, no nomás a mí.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Andrés Sandoval. Qué bueno que el señor Ávila responde a la comunidad. Yo pienso que una de las frustraciones para alguien en una mesa directiva es tradicionalmente se hace un artículo de información en una junta antes para poder tener comunicación y entendimiento de las cosas. Y otra cosa que pedimos al distrito fuera proveerle los documentos en español para poder educarse un poco más, para poder hacer estas decisiones. Pero gracias al señor por esa decisión.
Mi nombre es Flores y yo también quiero agradecerle al señor Ávila, más que nada por habernos tomado en cuenta, porque es la primera vez en muchos años, que se le pide la opinión a la audiencia, a la gente que venimos, porque por muchos años se nos ha ignorado cualquier comentario que hacemos. Entonces ahora sí me da gusto que esta persona está tomando una decisión, pero la está tomando basado en que comprendió bien, porque él representa a la mayoría que somos latinos y que hablamos puro español. Entonces él tiene que saber y entender bien las decisiones, pero tienen que hablar también español, porque nosotros hablamos puro español y no entendemos. Por eso les agradezco y espero que la mesa así ponga atención en lo que los padres necesitamos y tenemos nuestras preocupaciones. Gracias.
There's a resolution as well.
I think it looks like we're ready to do the resolution, right? Okay. We're under 5.6, so we're going to redo this, right? Okay. We're going to call for the motion again, Alberto. The recommendation that the Chualar Board of Trustees approve the contract for professional consulting services for the submittal of the district's application to the Office of Public School Construction Full-Day Kindergarten Facilities Grant Program. Do I have a motion? Alberto? Joel has seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion is approved. Thank you very much. That was excellent.
The resolution to apply.
Thank you. And your presentation was very well done. Thank you. A lot of good information.
Well,
And there's some supporting documents I know we can review. I mean, I did look at some ahead of time, so I'm glad we have it.
we'll be back for the preschool money as well. Next year, so there's a lot of preschool.
Yeah.
Preescolar, va a haber dinero para las aulas preescolares.
Thank you so much. Okay. Yes, sir.
Just a quick question. That was 5.7. 5.6.
5.6. So now we move on to the resolution. Okay. So 5.7, based on the motion that we just had, resolution is number 19.05, and that's the approval of the submission of the application to the full-day kindergarten grant program. The recommendation is that the Chualar Board of Trustees approves resolution number 1905, approval of the submission of the applications to full-day kindergarten facilities grant program 2018-19 second interim. That's the official title. May I have a motion, please? Alberto's made the motion. Do I have a second? Well, thank you for the second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The motion is approved. Okay. Thank you again, everyone. Okay. Number 5.1, correct?
Yeah.
This is the public hearing and comment regarding the California Teachers Association initial SUNSHIN proposal regarding bargaining with the Chualar Union Elementary School District regarding collective bargaining agreement negotiations 2019-2020.
Okay, so this one. Yeah, so we have our teachers here. They're going to be coming up here for
Hello, good evening. I'm Leslie Ripley, co-president of the CTA.
Buenas tardes, soy Diana Pérez, maestra aquí de Chular del cuarto grado. Somos copresidentes de la Unión de los Maestros de Chular.
We are going to sunshine Article 4, salary, Article 5, health and welfare benefits, and Article 6, hours of employment.
Nuestra asociación nos gustaría hacer sunshine los siguientes artículos. Artículo 3, cuotas profesionales. Artículo 4, punto 1, salario. Artículo 5, beneficios de salud y bienestar. Artículo 6, horas de empleo.
No.
Just a second.
Page 4, we have this. We just reviewed Article 4.1, correct? Article 5 and 5.1 is those the ones we just completed discussion on. Okay.
So now we're on the public table for any comments.
Okay. Opening the public hearing at 8:12 for comments, please. Is there anyone in the audience who has any questions or comments regarding the sunshine provisions that were just described? Okay, seeing none, we will close the public hearing on that particular item at 8:13 p.m. We move forward now to Article 5.2.
Thank you, Ms. Perez.
This is regarding the adoption of the California Teachers Association initial sunshine proposal that was just provided to us. The recommendation is that the Chualar Board of Trustees approves the adoption of the California Teachers Association initial sunshine proposal regarding bargaining with the Chualar Union Elementary School District regarding collective bargaining agreement negotiations 2019 and 2020. Do I have a motion? Do I have a motion?
Can I ask a question, right? This is just to start negotiations.
Right.
Yeah, so those are the 4 articles that we're going to be negotiating. Once we come into such agreement, we'll be
Yeah, the motion will allow us to go into those discussions. So do I have a motion?
A motion to start negotiations.
Okay, do I have a second? We have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion is approved. Article 5.3, public hearing and comment regarding the district's initial sunshine proposal regarding California Teachers Association collective bargaining agreement negotiations. This is the CTA and the Chualar Union School District have mutually agreed to open negotiations on the following topics. They are Article 3, professional dues, Article 4.1, salary, Article 5, health and welfare, and Article 6, hours of employment. And I'm going, at this time, I'm opening the public hearing at 8:15. Mr. Rios, do you have any comments on this particular item?
That was going to be my condition where the school district has agreed. The school district has agreed to sunshine mutual articles with our teachers. So in that good faith, we're going to be moving forward negotiations.
Thank you. The recommendation that the Chualar Board of Trustees adopts the district initial SUNSHIN proposals regarding California Teachers Association collective bargaining 2019-2020 agreement negotiations. Do I have a motion? Roberto's motion. Do I have a second? Oh, excuse me. I closed the previous hearing at 8:16 p.m. Getting ahead of myself there. Do I have a second? Who else seconded? Do we have a vote, please? All those in favor? Aye. Motion is approved. Okay. I already did. Okay. Now we move to 7.3. This is the Local Control and Accountability Plan known as LCAP, and we will get an update from Dr. Denise Stray.
Not that tall. Good evening, Superintendent Rios, members of the board, and members of the audience. My name is Dr. Denise Estrella. I'm here tonight to present some data that we've collected. Each spring, as we get ready to plan for the following school year, we conduct a series of surveys. And I'm here tonight simply to present the results of those surveys, just to present the data sets, not solutions, but to tell you what our stakeholders have told us. Those were just some cute pictures of the kids from earlier this week. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll start with our parent survey. This year we decided to do a parent survey on paper because our parents have told us they feel more comfortable writing with a pencil and a pen. In the future we might explore using technology to collect our survey data with our parents. If we do, we'll probably do both, paper and pencil or online. We distributed our survey to our parents for 3 consecutive days in March. That was when we have our parent-teacher conferences. So we had the survey available to all parents who participated that week. We also had it available in the school office. And we let parents know that it was available through our weekly newsletter, the Rios de Chular. We also made our survey available to parents on a makeup parent conference night. We had a few teachers attend a conference. And so they did their parent conferences in the first week of April. That's the April 4th date that you see. On May 8th, we had quite a large group of parents here, so we also made the survey available to them on the 8th. That was a Wednesday. And the next date that you see with an asterisk, it's my favorite shape, was May 21st. That has an asterisk because it's still upcoming. We will have a migrant parent meeting next Tuesday at 6 o'clock, and so that will be our last time working with our parents to give them the opportunity to complete the survey or just to talk to us informally about data. So I do want to share the caveat that the data I'm about to share with you may change slightly if we get any more survey submissions. We don't anticipate that will be a lot because we have such a large number already. But as of now, we have 114 responses from the families in Chualar who completed our survey. And these are some of the themes that parents told us. They told us that the things they like best about Chualar are our improved safety measures, the small class sizes, the teachers, the sports program, the adult ESL classes, sorry, I'm getting excited, and the family literacy night that we held. Now, if you can see in the picture, we had a picture of a family, one of our families participating in that. Some things that parents would like improved include the restroom cleanliness, more safety measures, more sports, more supervision, and more support for students. We also surveyed our classified staff. We did that on April 4th. And they also completed a hard copy of a survey. We had a large number of staff complete that. It was actually 22 responses. And the themes that our classified staff shared with us
included that these are things they liked about the school: the dedicated teachers, the small school size, the safety and the closed campus, and the welcoming environment. Our next group was our teachers. Our teachers participated in a digital survey this year, and their survey was slightly different than that of the other stakeholders in that we asked them questions about curriculum, professional development, and parent engagement. And we gave that to them over a window of April 11th to April 15th. So we provided some time during the workday for them to complete that. We also gave them the option to complete it online at a time that was best for them. And we had 6 responses. And our teachers told us things they feel have worked are our AmeriCorps tutoring, our family literacy nights, our hands-on professional development, our evidence-based professional development, and the iReady program for academic achievement. So there's a lot more data. This is just the general theme that came out of the survey. And teachers have a lot of things they've identified that they need. They would like to have designated staff to support the needs of newcomers, literacy support for our upper grade students, math support for our students, more parent-child thematic activities, cleaner classrooms and restrooms, more parental programming, more hands-on professional development, more manipulative equipment for instruction, and more grade level planning time. And then our students. So we did something special with our students this year. We did administer a digital survey. So again, this was an online survey where they clicked on a link and they did all their answers on their Chromebooks. And this year we included grades 5, 6, 7, and 8. You'll see the asterisks by the grade 5. We decided this year that we would include the 5th graders in the survey. In the past, we've included just 6, 7, and 8. But our 8th graders do quite a bit with our middle grade students, and we thought they probably had a lot to say. So we included them, and they participated. We did that over a window from April 15th to the 22nd, and we got 140 responses. And that's essentially all of our 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. They had plenty to say. The things they like best about school are the teachers, the sports program, being with their friends, and the focus on academics. In fact, I think one of the comment was, they're more focused on academics than other schools in the area. And they felt very proud of that. Some things they would like to have improved are the restrooms. They would like more sports. The safety and security measures. They would like to have different lunch beverages. And they would like to have more art and music classes. Now, I mentioned that we did something special with our students, and that is that we decided to do a focus group with them. So instead of just giving them a survey and collecting the data, we decided that we would invite a subset of each of those grades to come and talk to us and to have a dialogue. So on the 7th of May, we had about 4 representatives from each grade come. And what I did is I took the data from the survey, it was pie charts, and I'm not showing all the pie charts tonight because that would be overwhelming. But I showed them the data, the things that they told us. And I asked them to explain it a little bit. And that's a process called member checking. So when they tell us, for example, I'm just going to go back to the themes, that they wanted different lunch beverages, I was kind of a little worried because I was just waiting to hear, we want soda, right? That's not what they said. They said, no, it's just that we really only have milk, and some of us can't drink milk because we're lactose intolerant, so it would be really nice if we could have juice or some other choice. And see, we wouldn't have known that nuance of the data if we hadn't had the dialogue with them. And these kids, they were really articulate. Really articulate. So that was an exciting process. I I think that they've enjoyed it, at least they told us they did. I don't know if they would tell us if they did. I'm not sure if they tell us if they didn't. But we said, is this something you'd maybe like to do in the future? And they all said yes. So that's the data that we have so far that we've collected about the LCAP. Now what we really want to know is what is important for us to focus on, what can we improve, and how should we allocate our school funding to address the needs of our community. And so we have some ideas, and this is the data that we'll be pulling forward as we make our draft LCAP plan.
Thank you. I have a question.
Yes.
How many teachers are there in this school?
I want to say 16.
16. So only around
Maybe
like 20,
17.
So like around 20-25% of them filled out this survey?
Yeah. Is it 16 with the special education teacher?
Then we have those long terms that I'm not sure.
16 FG, yeah.
What about like classified staff?
Sorry, they were in the HR.
22.
No, there were 22 that completed it, but I will put the caveat in there that we have a few volunteers, AmeriCorps volunteers, and because we treat them like family, they came along and they filled out the survey. Wasn't able to differentiate between the AmeriCorps volunteers and the actual employees, but I mean, they're all people who work here who have that perspective. So
Do you have around the total number?
of classified employees, I don't.
23.
We got a pretty good return on participation.
25% total then.
Yeah.
We are now at section 2.2, which is oral comments from the public. And I think you will have filled out some forms. There is a limit on time. It's 2 minutes. Please go ahead and speak Spanish. I'm getting a nice translation, so it's really good for me. I understand Spanish about that much, and so it really helps. First speaker.
Yes, I sort of ran up here without. So I'm John McPherson. I am trustee County Board of Education for this area, including this district. I am also, all county board members are also on what is called the County Committee on School Organization. So this is the committee that reviews and approves any changes to school district boundaries or trustee areas, with one exception, and that's what I want to talk about because I know there's a lot of interest in the trustee areas, which is exactly the right thing to be very interested in because they're so important. Every 10 years, the U.S. government conducts a census. And by Ed Code for the state of California, once the census data is in, all school districts must reevaluate their trustee areas and then redraw the lines based upon what the census data is. So to give you an example, let's say right now, what's 5 times 18? I've had a long day.
90.
90. So let's say there are 90 people living in the school district. And there are 5 trustee areas, so that's 18 people per trustee area. Now when we do the census again in 2020, there's 100 people. So now there's got to be 20 people per trustee area. So the lines have to be redrawn in order to make sure there's 20 people in each area. So I wanted to come tonight and make sure everybody understood that in the next 18 to 24 months, the trustee areas are going to have to be redrawn based upon the census data. And I wanted to emphasize and really encourage everyone that this is a great opportunity to work together as a community with the school board to plan for that and get ahead of it, get input from the public, and come to an agreement or some consensus on how that could be done. One thing I will point out is right now there's 5 trustees, but there's only 3 trustee areas. Most school districts have 1 trustee per trustee area. So there's a lot of things to look at. And once the census data comes back and the trustee areas need to be evaluated of things to do. And I would really encourage everyone in the public to be aware of that and to give their input. And that's what I had to say tonight. Thank you very much. And congratulations to the speech and debate team. That's really fantastic.
Okay. Philomena, I would say? You? Philemon. Oh,
Yeah.
apologies.
Buenas tardes a todos, board members y a todas las personas de la comunidad. Nada más vine porque tengo algunas inquietudes. No sé si aquí estará algún encargado de la clínica o no sé. No sé. Oh, para usted tengo 2 preguntas nada más. Usted cuando le dieron el edificio, ¿le cobraron algún dinero a usted por vivir allí o hacer la clínica? ¿El distrito? ¿Usted le pagó? ¿Le pagó algún dinero al distrito?
Soy Eric y trabajo para la clínica de salud, para los servicios a la comunidad. Ese portal fue construido por un grant que fue en colaboración con diferentes agencias. Eso es lo que yo entiendo, que el dinero fue de un grant.
Permítame. No, mi pregunta fue, ¿tuvo algún cobro? ¿Usted tuvo algún cobro de la escuela? ¿Sí o no?
No te entiendo la pregunta.
Cuando paga una renta, uno tiene que pagarle al rentero, ¿sí o no? ¿Usted le pagó algo al distrito?
No te entiendo la pregunta porque ya te respondí que fue un grant.
No, pero usted pagó o no pagó.
Nadie pagó, fue una beca.
Ok. A los que vinieron allí con usted a la clínica, ¿les cobró?
No, ya te respondí la pregunta.
Ok, entonces sí les cobró. Entonces no tenía por qué se apoya una clínica que viene, que todo gratis, pero sí cobra su dinero para atrás. ¿Me entiende? Porque está agarrando dinero, pero la escuela no está agarrando nada por ellos. Y todavía vienen y interfieren la educación de nuestros hijos. ¿Me entiende? Y es algo triste que no, también otro comentario ok, termino, pero es una tristeza que en esta sala se interesan más en cosas que no tienen relación que en la propia educación de sus hijos. Muchísimas gracias.
¿Puedo responder?
Next person to speak.
Did you sign the paper?
Well, he asked me a question.
But did you sign the paper?
He asked me a question.
No, we're only taking people who have to come here. The next one is Andrew. Come and fill one out.
Right there, on the corner.
Andrew Sandoval. Okay, 2 minutes. I'm trying to keep time. We have till midnight.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Andrés Sandoval, soy miembro de ILAC y hemos tenido varias juntas comunitarias aquí y nomás queremos pedirle al distrito un poco de cooperación. Hablaron del ALCAP, pedimos para la comunidad si van a tener el distrito juntas del ALCAP para que la comunidad también pudiera dar su input, pero hasta este día no los han presentado ninguna fecha. También les mandamos unas cartas al distrito sobre la apoyo de la señora Sullivan, si hicieron el proceso bien para poner esa posición. Nosotros encontramos que no tuvieron suficientes pruebas para notificar a la comunidad como requiere la ley, y también andamos pidiendo que nos den respuestas sobre unas quejas de la comunidad que le mandamos al señor Rios y a la mesa directiva, y tenemos unas preocupaciones sobre estar seguro que la comunidad tenga la agenda en español, no nomás la agenda, pero la información para hacer votos, para que, por ejemplo, el señor Joel pueda mirar los contratos que están y entenderlos. Muchas gracias.
Next is Chris Ferrara.
Good evening, Superintendent and Chualar School District Board. My name is Chris Barrera, President of LULAC 2055, League of United Latin American Citizens. First of all, I would like to congratulate the students who won the speech and debate contest. You should be very proud. The mission of LULAC is to advance the economic condition, educational attainment, political influence, housing, health, and civil rights of the Hispanic population of the United States. We have been having community meetings since March regarding the community concerns, the way Chualar School District conducts business. We have requested numerous items from the school district and Superintendent Rios with very minimal response. We would like to have a great relationship with Superintendent Rios and the Chualar School District and receive requested documents in a timely manner without having to wait 45 days for a response, even with simple matters as meeting dates and school board members receiving the complete agenda in advance. Last night we had a wonderful town hall meeting right here in this room. Chris Lopez, Ana Velasquez representing Ana Caballero's office, and Monterey County Sheriff's officers were present answering the community and the community concerns in the city of Chualar. Thank you, Alberto Canderas, for attending last night. Really appreciate it. Spanish agendas and microphone use should be the norm. Spanish translation and education is a must. In my opinion, this is an easy fix to make sure everything is in compliance. At the end of the day, it's all about communication, the community, and our children. They are our future leaders. Thank you very much.
Next is Hilda Escudo.
Buenas noches. Mi nombre es Hilda Esquivel y buenas noches a ustedes también. Yo aquí estoy para unas preocupaciones que tengo acerca de una de la clínica de salud. Pienso que queremos mejorar nuestra comunidad, no empeorarla, y pienso que muchas personas sí se beneficiaban de la clínica de salud. Entonces pienso que la clínica de salud es un servicio que la comunidad ocupa y no creo que interfiera mucho en la escuela porque nunca entran hacia la escuela los pacientes. Entonces yo pienso que es algo que necesita la comunidad y yo pienso que sí debería de regresar la clínica de salud a Chualar. Otra de las cosas que me preocupan es cómo la escuela manda avisos a los padres. Yo tengo a mi hijo aquí en esta escuela y como por ejemplo de LCAP, pienso que es algo muy importante que todos deben de saber cómo se gasta el dinero en la escuela y los papás tenemos derecho a saber y dar nuestra opinión en dónde se debe de gastar estos fondos. Yo he recibido notas de mi hijo, a lo mejor nomás como una vez, pero no hay juntas. Entonces, ¿cómo vamos a poder dar nuestra opinión acerca de los recursos que los estudiantes ocupan y cómo podemos hacer esa decisión? Déjenme mis notas. También otra cosa es como, yo quisiera saber qué tipos de recursos ya tiene la escuela para ayudar a los niños con más necesidades, qué tipos de intervenciones ofrece la escuela, si hay una enfermera en la escuela que pueda asistir a los estudiantes. Tuve un caso donde mi hijo se enfermó, alguien le dio al hacerse en esta escuela y pienso que es algo que no se debe de hacer. Yo trabajo en la escuela también, en una escuela en Salinas, y es en contra de la ley dar al hacerse al niño cuando todavía ni saben si tiene alergias a algo así. Entonces eso sí es una preocupación para mí, de que no están, no sé si fue en la oficina, no están preparados para esas partes y no tienen a una enfermera. Okay. Y también quisiera ser parte del comité de los padres de la escuela. Y, gracias.
Thank you. Thank you, Donna. Ophelia Flores.
Buenas noches a todos los miembros de la mesa directiva. Mi nombre es Ophelia Flores, bueno, aquí yo creo que toda la mayoría de la gente me conoce, porque tengo años, no meses, años viniendo a las juntas, junta tras junta, tras junta y tras junta. Y hablo por mi propia experiencia, no porque me lo digan, no porque me lo cuenten, no porque nada, sino por mi propia experiencia. Hablo y estaba mirando todo lo que hay en el futuro, lo que se ve que se está planeando, ¿verdad?, para este próximo año. Y yo quisiera decirles que por favor nuevos miembros de la mesa directiva sepan sacar todos esos proyectos que nos están mostrando, porque hasta ahorita todos los años sucede lo mismo, empiezan con maravillosos proyectos, pero terminan inconclusos. Y eso, pues, los padres, por eso es de que muchos padres pierden el interés, no vienen, porque no ven ningún cambio, no ven que haya nada. Otra de mis cosas que sí me preocupa es que yo pienso que una mesa directiva tiene que tener entrenamiento, porque es como si a mí me dijeran, maneja ese avión. ¿Cómo lo voy a manejar si no sé? ¿Cómo lo voy a manejar? ¿Me voy a subir si ni siquiera sé? Por eso es que el señor Ávila teme hacer decisiones, porque esas decisiones pueden afectar a nuestros niños en el futuro. Tienen que saber cuáles son lo que están aprobando. Entonces, esta es la razón de que estos miembros no tienen entrenamientos. Ustedes están gastando mucho dinero en abogados, señor Rios, está gastando mucho dinero en abogados. Que su abogado no le aconseja que los miembros deben de tener entrenamientos. Digo, yo pienso que así debe de ser, ¿no? ¿Cómo van a dirigir una institución de un plantel escolar, que es lo más importante para nosotros? Y no se les dan entrenamientos. Bueno, como se terminó mi tiempo, tengo más cosas que hablar, pero no hay. Gracias.
Annabella Ponce.
La verdad, no. Sí.
Buenas noches, mi nombre es Annabella Ponce. Quiero felicitar a los nuevos miembros de la mesa directiva. No había tenido oportunidad de venir a felicitarlos y decirles que trabajen todos juntos, la mesa directiva, los 5 miembros, con el superintendente, porque recuerden que ustedes son los que les van a dar las herramientas al superintendente para que siga el distrito como hasta ahorita los niveles académicos. Déjenme decirles, yo estuve 13 años en la mesa directiva y déjenme decirles que fue muy difícil llegar al punto que estamos en niveles académicos. Pero ¿cómo lo hicimos? Trabajando con el superintendente, trabajando los 5 miembros de la mesa directiva, porque si no trabajan los 5 miembros no se van a lograr estos avances. Otra cosa que les quiero decir, que recuerden que ustedes como miembros tienen en sus manos el poder y también tienen en sus manos la educación de los niños. Recuerden que el futuro está en sus manos. Y ustedes cuando hagan una decisión por los niños, háganla de corazón, pensando en el beneficio que van a tener los niños en la escuela. Y como les digo otra vez, no es fácil estar, yo sé que no es fácil, gracias, antemano les doy las gracias por su tiempo que tienen de estar aquí, porque no es fácil estar en la mesa directiva, porque nadie se los va a agradecer. Desde ahorita les digo que no se los van a agradecer, pero el agradecimiento y los beneficios que ustedes van a tener es cuando ustedes miran a un niño que sobresale en el distrito académicamente, cuando ustedes miran que los niveles académicamente están altos. Ese es uno de mis metas que me puse yo cuando estaba ahí sentada, de que los niños estuvieran a un nivel donde estamos. Gracias y ayuden al superintendente, denle las herramientas para que él se las pueda dar a los maestros y los maestros a los niños. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Next is Raquel Zappi.
Buenas tardes, para los que no me conocen, mi nombre es Raquel Cepeda y estoy aquí en esta comunidad por 24 años. Mis hijos aquí estuvieron en la escuela también, pero en ese tiempo atrás la escuela estaba mejor que como está ahorita, porque ahorita en primer lugar, aquí en la escuela hace falta mucho mantenimiento, limpieza, remodelación. Y primeramente, gracias al señor Joel por haber aceptado esta beca y por haber pedido por primera vez tomarnos en cuenta a toda la comunidad de aquí, de los que estamos en la Junta, para decir que sí a esto que dio su consentimiento, y para todos los de la mesa directiva nuevos que están aquí, también que todo eso que va a llegar de nuevo aquí, que lo sepan aprovechar en cosas beneficiables para aquí, para la escuela, especialmente para nuestros niños, que ahorita ya mis hijos, ya unos están en el colegio, otros pues ya verdad también se casaron, pero tengo mis nietecitos y por eso a mí me van a ver aquí, porque yo como mis hijos no tienen tiempo de venir aquí a las juntas, a mí me van a mirar aquí siempre, porque yo sé que yo he sido criticada, porque dicen, ¿qué está haciendo ese señor aquí? Que no tiene hijos, pero tengo mis nietos que son como mis hijos. Y tocando lo de la clínica, del señor que habló lo de la clínica, pues no, yo no miro en qué le haya afectado a él, en que haya estado aquí en la clínica, porque a nosotros, si a él no le beneficiaba, a mí sí me beneficiaba y a muchas personas de aquí, porque tampoco al señor Rios, tampoco no les tomaba la clínica aquí para que la hubiera quitado. No sé, ¿verdad?, por qué gastó tanto dinero en ver quitado la clínica, y espero que ese dinero que viene no lo gasten en cosas que no se necesitan para aquí, para la escuela, ni para la comunidad, especialmente para los niños, que se utilice en cosas beneficiables para aquí, especialmente para que tengan buenos maestros para los niños y que todos los nuevos que están en la mesa directiva apoyen al señor Joel y al sigue el Rios de superintendente, pues también a él para que se haga bienes aquí para la comunidad. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Next is Ahmad Masri.
Dear respected members of the board, Mr. Rios and all attendees, thank you all for attending our monthly board meeting. Without the involvement and insight from each and every one of you, our student success would not be possible. My name is Ahmad Masri. I am the Human Resources Coordinator here for Chualar. I have now held this assignment for a little over 2 years. I also hold a 30-day substitute permit, thus allowing me to occasionally cover for our teachers in case they're running late to work due to traffic or needing to leave early or for any other valid reason. During this time, I have met, collaborated, served, and worked with lots of people from different walks of life here at Chualar. This includes employees, parents, community members, and students. Since we are here in an entity consisting of less than 50 employees, collaboration is the key to success. We are blessed in that being a small community, we get to know one another on a personal level, contrary to a larger school district that are unable to have this sort of relationship due to the large volume of staff and students. As an HR professional here at Chualar, I can attest that most of our employees are pleased with our school administration. It is virtually impossible to please every single individual. However, that is the nature of the beast. However, as professionals, we never give up on trying to please everyone nonetheless. For those who are wary, I would like for the record to say that this school's administration has shown great leadership. I would like to mention a few of those reasons. 1, our testing scores the past few years have been consistent. 2, we have an after-school program that takes care of our students. 3, we hold English classes during the week for those community members who would like to learn a second language. 4, our budget projections are spot on with no issues whatsoever from MCOE. And number 5, program services and safety measures for our students and faculty tend to be of high priority for us. Every once in a while, Chualar faces issues from parties who do not have any interest in Chualar, such as their kids attending our school, or for that matter, even living in Chualar. I am not sure why, however, as mentioned earlier, if you're not part of the solution, you must be part of the problem. We would like to have our entire focus on our students every single minute of our time, though when we are faced with minuscule complaints without any solid, credible reasoning, it only puts a damper on our abilities to continue focusing on what's most important, which is our students. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Ron. Next is Maria Perea.